Jane, Julian, many thanks indeed. After 3 years at the club, Ali McCOIST has handed in his resignation at Rangers, but slightly unclear whether it's been accepted or what's going to happen. They're due to play tonight. Let's speak to our reporter up there, Chris McLaughlin. They are a bit off the pace in the Championship. He's been under pressure. Has it happened? Has he handed in his resignation, Chris?
He handed in his resignation, Ollie, yesterday, I believe, and despite the fact he was under pressure, there were calls for him to go. I understand the board were fairly surprised that he handed in his resignation. He has been the manager there since 2011, has led the side through some very tricky times on and off the pitch, of course. The main problem for Rangers is not the fact that the board are desperate to keep him, but basically they can't really afford to sack him. It will cost, we believe, around £1.4 million for Rangers to get rid of Ali McCOIST and his backroom team. Now, this is a club, Ollie, that will be struggling to pay wages at the end of this month. So Rangers are left with a huge headache. Yes, Ali McCOIST has handed in his resignation. Yes, as you say, the side are due to play Queen of the South in the Championship this evening, but also, as you say, confusion as to just whether or not Rangers can afford to accept that. You would imagine at the moment they are at this stage trying to thrash out some kind of deal, but Rangers do not have the money to pay off his resignation as it stands, and they will have to come to some kind of deal.
You talked about tricky times. Obviously, the club imploding, going into liquidation a couple of years ago, but he's stuck with them. He's Rangers through and through. Record goal scorer, played with them for 15 years, broke all sorts of records. It's an odd one for the timing for him to turn his back on them now.
This is a man, Ollie, who famously said that he would never do walking away from Rangers. He has now indicated that's just exactly what he wants to do. Some of the fans had turned on him and said that for the sake of his legacy at Rangers, he should do the proper thing and get out of the club. And it appears that's just exactly what he's doing.
So I guess everybody scrambles to Queen of the South now to find out whether he turns up or not tonight with Rangers.